This race is just like kind of revives, to me, what was an era of just raw, natural experience.
We got the big beat roll. Out on that pole. Shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. It's that time.
The race of gentlemen is so much more than just a race. It's a time travel event, essentially. You know, you can be a racer, you can be a spectator, you can be part of the crew or part of the staff, and you know, every bit of the event feels like you've just kind of stepped back in time.
The crowd loves it, and everybody's face is just, you know, smiling ear to ear. Kids, I mean, it's for everyone. The old timers can relate to it because maybe they've seen that, you know, in their past when they were younger, whereas like the newer crowd has never seen it or heard about it, or never been able to like see that in person. So it's pretty cool.
Most people today that have an old motorcycle, they just want to putt around on the road and drive 40 miles an hour, and the people out there on the beach want to try to blow them up. So.
Unlike any other race in existence, I guess, we get to take our motorcycles out on the beach and run them like they did back in the day, you know, stripped down production Harleys, trying to go as fast as we possibly can.
There's just so much energy everywhere because it's all kinds of like cars revving up and bikes revving up and you know, your friends all around you, and just so much that I don't even know how to explain it. It's really something.
The feeling of those cars coming down and the bikes coming down, and I was just like, oh, this is like a living museum.
And I think that for me as an artist as well, being raw is really important because that's the real feeling of it. That's the real expression of it.
People that come in from all over, you know, and put on a show, or you know, swap stories and shake hands and leave something.
People from all over the world, from all over the country.
Like, it's just a big group of friends and family that meet up every year.
I need this in my life. I need to be a part of this.
This race exposes a whole new generation to what was going on back then, shows the history of it, shows how these things were.
It's cool because you look back at these old books and you're just like, wow, these guys were doing it, you know, back in the 30s.
You can go to a car show, but you don't hear them run, you don't see sand flying, you don't see beautiful girls jumping up and down with a checkered flag. And
this is like in life, it's breathing, it's going, you know.
Like they're actually moving and racing, and people were dressed, and this is like at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just like, wait a second. I'm like pulling my camera out and I'm like trying to like put lenses on.
It was a game changer. It was like racing on the beach on a bike. You cannot describe that to somebody.
The fans are 6 o'clock in the morning, we're forming up, and the fans are starting to roll in because they want to get good seats.
The requirements for Trog are pretty specific. They are, you know, pre-1947 motorcycles and pre-1936 cars. And period parts, you know, of the era. I think it's a pretty important part, all said and done, because it basically weeds out the people that aren't dedicated to do what, you know, the Race of Gentlemen's vision is. Like, to, when you see a photograph, you know, question what year it was taken.
Instead of putting these bikes and cars in museums or shows and just standing around talking about them, you actually put them to work, you know, and you have a lot of fun on them and see them in action. Better entertainment than any car show, in my opinion.
It's hard to put into words running a knucklehead down the beach.
Oh, the world we live in now is such a disposable world, and the equipment that we're racing is the absolute opposite of that. It's special things that folks have held on to for generations, even sometimes. You know, racing your grandfather's car, or racing your dad's you know, old bike that he wrecked and sat in the garage for 40, 50 years, and now you had a chance to rebuild it and get out and go.
They were all innovators to us. They opened up the doors and created all these products and tried this and that and what worked, what didn't work. So we've learned a lot from, you know, our elders in that period of time.
A camaraderie of people who share a love and have a passion that's so deep-rooted for this art, really.
You're getting the shot, you're seeing the bike, you're watching the car, but at the same time, you're leaving with an experience.